So just the way that I work is I usually will pick someone at the top of my screen. When I finish with that person, it's the next person up. Sometimes my screen will look different to your screen just because I do everything on my phone. If you're on a laptop, it's going to look a bit different to you. What else? Try and relax into the readings, it's um oftentimes messages that are for other people are also for you. And you'll know that because you'll feel the resonance. So I'll be talking to somebody else and you'll feel it, like, wow, that feels like it's for me. If you feel that, then take it that it is for you. Don't spam, don't like keep putting your name up and up and up because it's not fair to everyone else, and I'll just let it scroll by. I write the names down because I forget when I'm in flow. So it's handy for me to be able to just glance at the names. What else? There's always healing here present. So even if you're just hanging out in the energy, or, you know, you're not sure about getting a reading, but you can just be in there. Sorry, the lipstick now has gone on the inside of my mouth. What was I going to say? So all you need to do really to let me know that you want a reading is to put up an emoji. If you're just hanging out in the energy, then don't put anything up and just receive the healing. All right. So I'll start. Excuse me now. It's just got, see it? It's just gone into the corner of my mouth. Lord Jesus. Right, Laura K. Laura's my first one up there. Laura. And there's only ever love present here, okay? Hi to everyone who came on. There's only ever love here. And it's a safe place to be, okay? It's a safe place here with me. Right, the Star. So it's a beautiful card. It's a card primarily about healing, especially healing around the energy of the mother, energy around the females in your life, your own feminine energy, how you relate to yourself as a female, the messages that you heard about being a female growing up, and also that energy of letting your boundaries, like not your boundaries, but letting, when you don't really know that you have your guard up until somebody tries to get close to you, and then you feel panicked and you try and keep them out. If this is happening with you, soften into that. Your intuition and your energy will tell you if someone or something is good for you or not by just listening to your body, how it responds to people, how it responds to situations. So you don't have to actively put up a guard or whatever. You'll know. But there is something there about softening, and just allowing yourself to be healed and loved. And like healing can be like, it doesn't have to be this big mystical thing. Healing can just be deciding you're going to eat a food that you weren't allowed to eat when you were growing up. You're going to sit down and rest for a while. You're going to take a day off. That's healing. It's doing something nourishing and loving for yourself. And death. So something wants to die, something wants to be let go of. If it's habits, if it's ways of thinking or looking at yourself, if it's the way you relate to yourself in your body, there's old patterns there that need to be let go of. And as soon as you do, then you can welcome in the transformations and the stuff that you want to see in your life. But you can't kind of keep dragging the past with you and expect to have open hands then to receive what's coming in. Does that make sense? D-O, if you want to give me your name, otherwise I'll just call you D-O. Yeah, these ones. Oh my good Lord, get in. Now. Okay. So there's a bit of a lag here as well, so I apologize about that. Mother Rose, returning to each other, compassion and humanity. So again, that symbolism and message about the mother and healing there. So there may be something there as well, my love, where, there's a deeper part of you. There's a part of you that has possibly closed off, similar to the other message, but there's a part of you that is closed off or has become fearful of loving or fearful of showing love or showing who you truly are because you've been mistreated in the past, or because your soft heart hasn't been treated with the care and love that it deserves. So the only thing for that then is to give yourself that care and love. If you feel people are spiky around you, or they're just not receiving you or understanding your depth and your sensitivity, then be gentle, talk gently to yourself, be kind to yourself. The hard thing about growing up sensitive, or especially if you're around people that are blocking it off, is you will always hear, you're too sensitive. Like my dad used to tell me my bladder was under my eyes because because I cried so much. But it was just because I felt everything so deeply. Like I was cleaning the house earlier and I had on music, and I had added Lately by Stevie Wonder to my Spotify, and it's years since I listened to it, and I respond very powerfully to music. It unravels me. I have to be very careful. Sure, I was sobbing. I thought I'd have a nice sing along there with Stevie. I was bawling listening to the song, and then it went straight into Move On Up, and I was like, grand then again. But like, you have to kind of be all right with who you are. You know what I mean? You have to look at where things like pull big responses out of you and be all right with it. It's a gift. Sensitivity is a beautiful gift. And the anointed, answer the call, leadership, empowerment, soul gifts. So, where are you? This came out in reverse. So, where are you not embracing your gifts? Where are you not embracing that part of you that is sensitive, in tune, loving? Like, where are you rejecting that part, or trying to hide it? In embracing it and loving yourself for it, and showing yourself compassion and kindness, especially in areas where other people didn't, you're going to thrive. But there has to be that embracing, okay? Like a mother, like a loving mother would. Okay, Aoife. So I hope that made sense. Feedback is lovely. Same here. So you're sensitive to everything. Okay. Aoife. Ace of Pentacles. So this is me, like money, this is like prosperity coming, abundance coming. I love when bees show up in a reading in the cards, because bees are about, for me, they're about the sweetness of life, as well as abundance, as in physical things and in money. You're very welcome, Dio. But also about the sweetness. I always see the bees and the honey kind of pouring through you like nectar. So honey for me, when I see it spiritually, is deeply healing. It flows through, and it connects to anything gritty or negative, and like pulls it out. So it's pulling it out, but at the same time is filling you with goodness. All right. So this is what's available to you, Aoife. I'm glad it all made sense to you, Aoife. So Two of Swords. So there's something you have to make a decision on. When they say, shit, or get off the pot. I feel there's something like this with you, Aoife, where in order for you to really get going on the things that, the things that you want to create and the things that you want to bring into your life, you have to make a solid decision about something or someone. And once you make the decision, then everything will start to flow. But with the law of resonance, if you're in two minds about something, you're literally sending out the signal of two minds. So you'll just keep on getting two minds messages. When you switch to making a solid decision, then everything starts to shift and focus on that decision then. And in reverse, Nine of Cups, there's something wonderful wanting to come in for you. Like, is it that you don't feel deep down that you're worthy of it? Do you feel that it happens for other people, Aoife, but it can happen for you? Or do you feel like you have to jump through hoops before you get something good? Like, if that's the case, my love, you need to sit and just be still and even ask for the medicine of the bees. Ask for the bees to heal you. Ask for the honey of life to pour through you, and get rid of those old patterns where you feel you're not worthy of good things. because lots of good things want to flow in. But you have to allow it, you see. If you're in resistance, then the resistance is what works. You know what I mean? But when you deeply surrender in a way of, I trust your plan for me, the divine, I trust that it's unfolding perfectly and I'm going to stay out of the way. Know what I mean? Becky Wall is my next one there. Becky. So for those of you who just popped on, I write the names down because I forget them. It's not a list. It's literally the first person up, finish with that person, next person up. And feedback is lovely because, you know, lets me know I'm doing something right anyway. Becky. Exposed and revealed. Ooh. And the number 21. So something is being revealed. That could be revealed within yourself. Feel a strong emotion with that, my darling. Yes, Marlene, I'm very much in two minds about things. I need to make a decision soon. Good. Sit down and do a pros and cons and listen to your body. Listen to your body. Best way I find to make a decision when it's between two things is to imagine one thing is completely taken away and there's only the other option. And then I go with the feeling in my body. All right. But there's something there, possibly within yourself that's being revealed. And sometimes things about ourselves can be revealed when we're triggered, when somebody says something to us or does something to us, and this reaction comes up. And sometimes we don't like that. We like our persona, you know what I mean? We like the parts of ourselves that are likable, and we push the parts of ourselves that are, in inverted commas, negative, because other people have told us they're negative, or all emotions are valid. Like, I love the way the thing is with animals when they get a fright or they feel something, you know, strong. They go away and they shake it off and they move on with their day. But we don't. We get a fright and we keep telling the story about it 3 weeks later. Somebody pisses us off and we brew and we stew on it and we talk about it and we don't let it go. We don't let it out of our bodies. You know what I mean? So if you are being triggered lately, or if there's something that's coming up for you, don't shove it back down. Take a good look at it. Take a good look at it. Look at it and say, okay, this is obviously, because anything that comes up in a trigger is a part of us that was ignored when this similar thing happened back along the way. So when you say to yourself, it's okay, you can be here, and then don't put a story on it. So the emotion comes up, you don't say, oh, this is because when I was 9, my dad left me outside the school on my own, or whatever. You don't do that. You just say, okay, there's sadness here. You're very welcome. Do your thing. And then give it space if you need to sit down and listen to it if you want to, but don't make a story. Because the minute you get hooked into thoughts about it, your mind will go, here you are, girl, here's a grand drama of all the times that this thing happened to you and all the people you can blame. When if you're very present, you just land into the feeling as you're feeling it, then it moves. And then when it comes back around again, it's not as big. Okay? And waking the lion in reverse. So you need to get in touch with the part of yourself that's powerful, the part of yourself that is able to take up space with your voice. You're able to say what you feel. If it's strong emotion, let the emotion come out. Do you know what I mean? Like let yourself be heard, even just to yourself. All right, Trixie. Like with you, connecting with you there, all my solar plexus is gunky, and I mean gunky. So I even have to open my pants hair. There's a lot there where you need to just get it out, girl. You know what I mean? Just get it out. Put on some songs or something like that, and like just let it out. Do you know what I mean? Just let it out. Let yourself have the expression. Dance around the room and roar or cry, but get it out of your body. All right, Trixie. was a person in my family as well when I was growing up that would always, if you were crying, pull you in front of the mirror and say, look at yourself, look how stupid you look crying. So now if I cry, like earlier listening to the song, I looked at myself while I was crying. And yeah, I felt a bit stupid, but I was like, no, it's an emotion, and this is me experiencing emotion. And I closed my eyes for a while because it was getting a bit intense, and then I looked at myself again. And that's me validating my own emotions then. Taking back that part of me that someone said, you look so stupid when you cry. Look at you in the mirror, you look so dumb. And reclaiming that part of myself. Right, Trixie, the world. So you're being offered an opportunity, or you will be offered an opportunity that will feel very big, okay? It will feel like, oh, holy shit, I'm going to have to really step up here and really step up into it. But you can do it. You will only be given these nudges and these opportunities by spirit if you have what it takes to fill it, to do it. You know what I mean? It feels scary because it's meant to feel scary because you're pushing yourself out of your comfort zone. You're trying something new. And when we're young, we're always like fearful of upsetting the adults around us by getting something wrong. But you're an adult now. What's the fuck if you get it wrong? You're doing it because it feels good to you. It feels resonant for you. If it's scary, so much the better. You will grow so much from doing things that are scary. So it's time to kind of step up into something maybe that you've been dithering about, or somebody will say something to you and you're like, oh my God, I couldn't do that. You can do that. You wouldn't be getting the nudge otherwise. The Tower. So the Tower for me is always a card of clearing out the decks, clearing out what's old. It may feel like everything is falling apart, or you're like, oh my God, I have nothing to grab onto. But there's always something magnificent comes from that. There's always something when you kind of get broken open like that, that is like a relief sometimes, because it lets you be free to do what you really want to do. And I shuffled them and the world came out again. So you need to understand, Trixie, that at the moment it's like an initiation. You're being invited to move forward. But I feel that if you don't take the invitation when it's kind of soft and welcoming, you're going to get it when it's a kick in the arse. So go with it when it feels good. Don't go with it when you feel like you have to do it now, because then you'll be like, I should have done it. You know, just do it. Just go and do it, okay? I've read for Becky. So Tara Morelli. So I'm so sorry now if there's a lag with this, because you're not moving up at all, and there's a good few of you on, so that should be moving a bit more. So I'm sorry about that now. I don't know what's going on. It's just not moving. The screen is not moving for me at all. Can a few of you throw up a few emojis there or whatever and get it moving a bit? Tara, fate in the process. So you're being asked, and I feel this is a strong message today. You're being asked to let go. You're being asked to surrender. Do you know the way we want to micromanage everything? And it's like we do everything that we can to stay in alignment and keep our thoughts positive, and then something happens and we're like, we kind of get pulled off track. But instead of having some grace for ourselves and some kindness for ourselves, we go in on ourselves very hard. I'm going to change my data's on. I don't know. I honestly don't know why this is not moving. Can you throw up a few emojis there for me? Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to read for you at all. Defend to the end the worthwhile. So you need to kind of stay true to your own vision and stay true to what feels like it needs to be done now. So even if somebody else is saying this is not the right way for you to do it, or is trying to kind of scare you off it or whatever, stay true to yourself and follow it through. Diving for light. So again, this one is all about not ignoring, but choosing to focus on what's going right, choosing to focus on what's good about yourself, choosing to focus about what's good about other people. That makes sense? and not giving so much energy to what isn't working, or um to things about people maybe that you're not on board with. You just, change your focus. So I have Era Emerald. I am not seeing you. I'm so sorry about this, because I'm gonna do Era and then Jules, and then I'm gonna have to tap out unless this moves. Are you sending up emojis and stuff there to me? This is so frustrating. I'll scroll back maybe. I'll scroll forward. No, it's not going any further than Jules there. I'm so sorry. Era. So 9 of Cups. So this is the second time that this card has come out. So take it as a message for the rest of us, and for those of you that are hearing me and I can't see you, take this as the message that your wish is ready to be fulfilled. What you're wanting is wanting to come to you. Now, whether you're in an open space for that or not will kind of dictate how fast or how slow that comes to you. So if you get in a panic when you think something is good is coming to you, then just slow down and ask yourself why. Why do you feel like you can't have good things? Why do you feel like good things don't come to you? And just sit with those answers that come up and be open to receiving. Because the 5 of Cups is all about dwelling on what's gone wrong, feeling deep sadness, deep grief. And it's okay to feel those things, and it's okay to feel the sadness and the regret and whatever it is that you're feeling. But then you have to put that, you have to put that aside and focus on the present moment, and focus on where you are right now. And if those grief feelings come up or whatever, let them be there. They'll move of their own accord. It's when we tell the stories to match the feelings that they stay around, because thought loves to talk and loves to find more reasons to keep you in this like emotion. So focus on what you want more than what's gone in the past. And the Magician. So the Magician is all about having everything that you need, Era. Everything that you need is at your fingertips. Don't doubt yourself for a minute. Don't give in to that kind of energy of doubt or despair, or thinking that what's happened before is going to happen again. It won't. You're different now. You know more, you know better, and have that confidence. Okay? Jules, Jesus, I don't know what's going on. So Jules, you'll be my last but not least. I do not know what's happening here, lads, to be honest. Jules. That's my husband. The Empress. So I'm working. So we have this energy of bringing in so much abundance, newness, freshness, birthing a new creation, and this energy of anything is possible with the Empress. Anything is possible. It's a lush energy. It's a creative energy. It's the energy of the muse. It's the energy of the Midas touch. Everything you touch turns to gold. This is what's here for you, Jules. And I feel also, a child in spirit drawing close as well with this card. Feel there might be an anniversary or a birthday or something recent or coming up. 4 of Pentacles. Don't hold because you're afraid. Don't cling because you're afraid. Open your hands and let what needs to go, go. Trust that you'll be provided for, Jules. No matter what happens, goodness flows to you. Goodness, abundance, whatever you need flows to you. And I feel that this is a very strong message for all of us on here today. Don't cling so tightly. Have the faith that this is an unlimited universe, unlimited abundance. Just go out in nature and see all the different types of trees, all the different types of birds, plants, flowers. There's so much abundance. it's like it's not a limited resource unless you believe it is, you know? And 10 of Pentacles. So happiness, settled, comfort, good things happening in your home life, good things happening around the body, around finances, around health. But being in that space where you welcome it in, being in that space where, you expect it to be good and you expect good things to come to you. You know what I mean? So I'm so, so sorry. I really, truly do not know what's happened here with because I can't see any of your names, only up to Jules where she put a purple heart. That's it. I can't see any more names, so I can't do any more readings, which is really disappointing because I was looking forward to it. So I'm sorry. I really am. But I hope the messages that I gave were helpful in some way anyway. Okay? Bye.